people will always talk about Samson as if he was a failure. No, 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 no. God doesn't think like that. That's how people think. Our assessment does not always line up with God's assessment. We always think that, oh, this one is gone. This one, God would never recognize him. No, this guy, this guy is a failure. But you could never tell. You could never tell. You don't know what God's plans for people are. You don't know what God's agenda for people are. You don't know what has been written about that man before he came to the world. You don't even know his assignment. But in the case of Samson, that was his assignment. I remember when I was growing up, I was thinking of, everybody. I think this might have happened to everybody. I was thinking, okay, which one of the biblical heroes do I want to be like? So I was looking, who is your favorite hero? I don't know anybody who says Samson is their favorite hero in the Bible. Especially when you are a man. You don't want to be a hero of strange women. but here is God's hero. God is calling Samson his hero, you see. So we all want to get Paul to be our hero, or some that are almost perfect, near perfect kind of heroes of the Bible. So we want those to be our hero. But Samson was God's hero. Why? Because by faith, he had the instruction. He had what everybody was saying. And what everybody was saying to him is, never go to those women. Never go to those women. His father, his mother, his community, even the law of God was telling him, don't ever go to those women. You don't be unequally yoked. Don't ever go to those women. Don't ever marry unbelievers. Don't ever marry from the Philistines. Don't ever look at their ladies. If you marry them, you are an outcast. If you marry them, you have sinned. If you marry them, you are... And he didn't know what was upon him. God was leading him. The Bible says the Spirit of God was leading him to do that. So God's thought are so higher than ours. God's thought are so different from ours. And God, so the Spirit of God led him to meet this woman. And because God had a plan. God had a plan. And that is by faith. For him to go and do what everybody says. You try to go against the public opinion of your city, of your country, of your family. Anytime you try to do something that everybody doesn't understand, that is against what everybody thinks, it's almost, you are going to be attacked. It's not easy in any generation to go against public opinion. It's not easy. So Samson had to go against public opinion. So you see, God's heroes are not always our heroes. Men's heroes are not always God's heroes, and God's heroes are not always men's heroes. So Samson was God's hero, was a hero of the Bible, and God honored him and put him in his hall of fame, Why? Because by faith, he went and did the impossible. By faith, he went to another nation. He went to foreign women, befriended them, lived with them, and then also, conquer. Through that, was able to conquer the nations and brought his country to freedom. He brought his country to freedom because God was using that relationship he was having with the woman to build a bridge between him and those nations, and then be able to bring about freedom to those countries.